now that we have created the actual site by going into Google, going into the sites, selecting a template, and creating the actual URL name, we have now moved into the general mode where we can make changes. Now, one thing about this general mode is that there's kind of two parts to it. There's two modes actually. There is the edit mode and then there's the view mode. Currently we're in the view mode. That's because once we go to the edit mode, which is located on the edit page on the upper right hand corner, press it, you start to see some changes. One, you'll see a bar here up on top that allows you to make some changes. Secondly, you'll see these little lines that are surrounding different aspects of the web page. And what that means is that these are areas where you can make changes. Now, if you don't like this general page setup or format, remember you can always make changes. However, where you would do so is by going to Layout. If you go to Layout and when you pull this down, you start to see different types of basically layouts. There's the one that is one column, there's two columns, there's three columns, and a variety of other different columns. Now, for again this tutorial, I'm going to do the two column. Okay, now we can scroll back out, and as you can see, the little lines have now segmented the area into two sections. Now, the main reason why is because what I'm going to do is to create content words on the left side, and then also I'm going to put some YouTube videos on the right hand side. Okay, so now the question is, okay, where do I go to get the content? Well, I'm going to start by introducing you to how to embed information from one website and migrate it into this site, and we're going to do that via YouTube. So I'm going to open up I'm going to open up an actual page, and I'm going to go to youtube.com. Okay. Now, this is a great tutorial. This is a great source. You can find a lot of different videos and get the quick and dirty on companies. So I'm going to do Target. I'm going to type in Target company as my search. We're going to see what comes up. A variety of different videos come up, but the one that I used that I liked a lot is this company, Target Company Profile. Click on that, and now it takes you to let's see here, let that generate. Okay, so now it takes you to this video that talks about Target, and I think it's a good quick 3-minute video that talks about the different aspects of Target. But the question now is, how do I take this video and put it into my actual website? So what it is I'll pause it, and then I will go to where it says embed. Okay, this embed button allows YouTube to self-generate the code necessary to take this information and put it into another website. Now, the good thing about it too is that it also affords you some functionality in the sense that this is the code and this is the viewing. Now you see that's a regular viewing and it has a little taskbar right there. But let's say you want to make some changes to that. What you can do is go a little bit further down, and it shows some different types of selecting colors, for example. So if I do blue, it'll change the color over here, and also change the code as well. Brown, change that. Green, there. I think but for all intents and purposes, since this is Target and red is Target's color, I'm going to do red. Now I can select different sizes. Okay, if I want to do a larger size, then it'll come up and it'll show the width and everything will change for it. Now don't be led astray, because just because we see the changes here, trust me, there are other changes throughout this code that will make sure that this is a stable code that you can migrate into your other website. So again, don't make any changes, just pick what you want and go in there. Now, I would recommend if you do the website for using Google Pages, you stick with the smallest one, and that's because of the columns. When you go back here, these columns aren't necessarily large, so if you pick a smaller one, it'll fit well. So you select the one, you go to the red, you have the color, you verify. Now you just cut, copy, and paste this code into your actual site. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky because you would think, okay, well, normally I could just put it in there and then that would be it. But that's not the case. In this situation, this setting only usually recognizes text. So Google has created a different function that allows us to embed this code, and then it'll show up in this page. And how to do that is go to the HTML edit source located right here. Oh, where'd it go? Oops, there it is right there on the side. So when you press that, what will happen is that it'll take you to this HTML edit page. Now, don't be alarmed by this, bracket, BR bracket. That is code for like a space or something like that. So what you need to do is just to press enter, let that go down, and you bring it up to the top, and then now you copy your you paste your copy. Now what you want to do is preview to make sure that this is working correctly. So after you've done that, you press preview, and now you see that Google has recognized the text, and it's now going to use this and put it in your website. Now that you've previewed it, you see that it works. You go to update, and now you see that there is an actual kind of like YouTube thing. Now, the interesting thing is that you don't necessarily see everything yet, but that's because you're in the edit mode. Once you go into the actual viewing mode, then it'll appear. Likewise, to go back into the viewing mode to see if it works, you want to go back to the upper right hand corner, and then it says save. Now it goes back into the viewing mode. So now you get to see that one aspect here that you cut, copied, and paste. It's working fine, functional. But we're not done yet. You need to add a few more aspects, a few more bits of content to this page.